Okay guys, I hope this video comes out okay. I'm not a big YouTube video guy, but I'm going to start doing more videos on a 99 Honda Civic EX budget build. We just got the car about 2 months ago. Had a bad incident the very first week. It got impounded, ripped the back bumper off, so kind of good in a way. It's going to force us to buy a body kit. I'll mold that to the car once I find one. And of course have the money. When that happened, I had a blowout and it bent the rim, so we already got some chrome wheels on it. And I will, when our electric's out right now, but once I have some light, I'll go down and do a quick video on just how it looks as from a starting point, and kind of follow me, hit that like button, subscribe. And I will show you how to do some cool stuff along the way for a cheap budget build. So right now what I'm actually doing is doing a SI style grill, and this grill actually, the way I'm doing it, it's only going to cost me about 10 bucks. So first things first, I've already got the grill pulled off here, and I've already started on it to kind of save some time and show you guys how I did it. What I did is I go to Home Depot, and in the gutter section they have gutter grill. And usually, actually, I've done this before on my old Civic. It was chrome or shiny before, and I had to paint it, but I did want it black, and this one actually came from Home Depot black. Let me show you. I've got some of the excess I've already cut off. My house is a little bit of a mess, but I just went ahead and cut off the excess. It does have this funky lip here. You can't really see it, I suppose, but it's kind of bent over. That was a little difficult to cut off. But you go ahead and cut it down. So what I did, I'll just kind of explain it. On the top by the radiator, there is, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little plastic rivets. You pop the center out and then they pull out, and then that allows you to pull this out a little bit. You can pull the plastic off the bottom where the oil change is to get to these screws, but you can actually just kind of pull it out. And as you see, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, so actually 1, 2, 3, 4 screws that are underneath. You can actually just pull that out enough to get your screwdriver in there and pull those 4 screws out, and this whole piece actually pops out, and it pops out like with this on top of it already. So what I did, go ahead and take, I just used a kitchen knife. I didn't have my metal shears yet, but this actually sits in here like that when it's stock. Just go ahead and cut all the plastic out. I had actually seen a guy do another one of these like budget ones, but he used some sort of crappy barbecue mesh and did it funky. He actually just used this piece and taped it to the car, and that is ghetto. This will actually come out, I've done this before on my other Civic, and it'll come out looking pretty close to the SI grill. It looks really good. This is sturdy aluminum here. So next step, when this comes all out, it's all one piece, and there is several screws that go all the way around, and it screws in the back here. I'm sorry, I'll try to quiet down. I'm almost done. Excuse that, my lady's trying to sleep. But there's about, I guess, 12 to 14 screws, something like that. They go all the way around, and these two pieces separate. So you get that out, separate it, and then cut all that out, the excess. I've still got a little bit of cutting left to do, as you can see. And this is really faded, so I went ahead and got some primer, some gloss black. I washed it. Even though you won't see this very much, the mesh will cover it up. I'm going to make sure it's black so it looks good. It'd be really easy to throw a quick coat of paint on there. So you take your gutter grill that you get at Home Depot. I think it's like $5-6. It's not even that much. That's really all you need. That and maybe some Gorilla Glue, or I'm using E6000. It's really strong glue. And actually not as messy. It doesn't expand like the Gorilla Glue. But what you can do is actually screw it in to all the little points. I don't have them all in yet as I'm still cutting. And just kind of form it. And then what I'm going to do is you actually need to bend this and kind of bend it out so it pops out of the grill to make it look a little bit better and not have a big large gap, because that is sort of what it would look like. Well, there'd be a big gap in it if you don't bend it. So slowly I'm just going to take, and I may have to pause this and start another video or pick back up in a second, but I am going to just kind of keep bending this down so it pops out of this piece. And then once all that's done, I will trim off all this excess. I'm leaving some excess right now so I have some room to push and make it look good. Then I'll cut off the excess, screw it in. When I screw it in, I will actually screw it together with this piece. So the grill will go on the front as so. On the back of this, you will take and put your screws through these little holes, and they go through this and the mesh. So, and then once it's lined up, you'll have a pretty sweet looking SI style grill, and pop it back in. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I will resume the video and show you guys the finished product, see what you think. And remember, hit that like button, subscribe, continue to follow me, because I'm going to do a really cool budget build on this Civic. I got the rims, going to lower it soon, put a little system in there, do the body kit, and we'll start working on the engine. I found a $500 turbo on eBay. I probably won't run that much boost, maybe 8 pounds, 10 pounds tops, and start doing some small stuff, a fuel rail, fuel injectors. We're going to chip it, headers, catback exhaust. Of course, I'll show you guys how to do some really cool stuff and attach links for all the parts, because I found lots of parts cheap, and some of the stuff you can do homemade just like this. One of the next things I'll be doing is a homemade intake that will be on a budget, work every bit as good as an expensive AEM style or any of those expensive $200, $300 intakes. I'll put one together for probably $50 with a really nice filter. Do a breather filter so we don't have oil backfeed in our intake. So let me finish this up, and I will show you guys the finished product, show you what it looks like on the car, and I'll be back soon.